In an unexpected power play for the future, the Orlando Magic are seizing an opportunity to dramatically shift their trajectory in the Eastern Conference. Recognizing the shifting dynamics in the East, they've decided to go all in on their young core with a monumental acquisition: Desmond Bane, the rising star of the Memphis Grizzlies. The Magic have officially traded for Bane in a deal that sends Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Cole Anthony, and a treasure trove of future draft picks to Memphis. As part of the blockbuster transaction, Orlando is surrendering 4 unprotected first-round picks and a first-round pick swap, including the number 16 overall selection in this year's draft, as reported by The Athletic. Bane, a 27-year-old guard who's been one of the most consistent players in Memphis over the last few years, is coming off a remarkable 2024-2025 campaign where he averaged 19.2 points, 6.1 rebounds, and 5.3 assists per game across 69 appearances. He also shot a stellar 48.4% from the field, including an impressive 39.2% from beyond the arc. Bane's reputation as a dynamic scorer and playmaker is well earned, but what sets him apart is his ability to make an impact on both sides of the floor, showcasing his two-way prowess. Over the past 4 seasons as a full-time starter, Bane has been a steady force, posting averages of 20.2 points, 5 rebounds, and 4.3 assists. With the ability to step up in big moments, Bane has cemented himself as one of the brightest young talents in the league. And with a max contract extension worth $207 million signed just 2 summers ago, Bane remains under contract for the next 4 years, making him a cornerstone of Orlando's long-term plans. For the Magic, this trade represents a bold bet on the future. With an already impressive young core that includes the likes of Paolo Banchero, Franz Wagner, and Jalen Suggs, Orlando is looking to make a serious push in the Eastern Conference. The Magic were the number 7 seed this season, ultimately falling to the Boston Celtics in a 5-game first-round series. But with an open path ahead in the East, especially considering Boston's setback with the potential season-ending Achilles injury to star Jason Tatum, Orlando sees an opportunity to leapfrog teams in their quest for a playoff run and potentially more. But this trade doesn't come without its risks. Orlando is sending away a considerable haul of assets, which could prove invaluable down the line. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, though no longer the offensive juggernaut he once was, remains a solid defender and veteran presence. At 32, Caldwell-Pope is entering the final years of his contract, 2 years, $66 million, with the final year being a player option. This trade could be a way for Orlando to relieve themselves of the remaining money on his deal, particularly after he posted his lowest scoring average, 8.7 points per game, since his rookie season. Cole Anthony, a 25-year-old guard out of Archbishop Molloy in Queens, has shown flashes of potential, though he's primarily been a reserve for the Magic. This season, he averaged 9.4 points, 3 rebounds, and 2.9 assists in a secondary role. Anthony is entering the second season of a 3-year, $39 million contract that includes a club option for the 2026-27 season. The Magic's decision to part ways with him is part of a larger commitment to reshaping their roster around Bane and their young nucleus. For the Memphis Grizzlies, this trade is as much about the future as it is about the present. After a disappointing playoff exit in the first round, including a sweep at the hands of the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Grizzlies were left with big questions regarding their direction. The firing of head coach Taylor Jenkins just before the playoffs signaled a time of transition for the franchise. By trading Bane, Memphis acquires valuable draft capital and salary flexibility, which could be crucial in rebuilding a competitive roster for the coming years. While this trade immediately strengthens Orlando's chances in the short term, it will take time to see how the Magic's young core, led by Bane, meshes, and whether this bold move will pay off in future seasons. The Eastern Conference is filled with contenders, but with Bane joining an already promising group of players, Orlando is positioning itself as a dangerous team in the near future. The upcoming season will be pivotal for both teams, as Memphis begins its rebuilding phase and Orlando looks to make a significant leap in a wide-open East. Will this trade prove to be a masterstroke for the Magic? Or will they look back and regret giving up so much for a player who has yet to fully prove himself in a high-pressure playoff scenario? One thing is certain, the stakes are high, and the next few seasons in the NBA could look a lot different because of this blockbuster move.